Hi everyone, it's Marianne and welcome to my Wasteless Life. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my plant collection for spring and summer 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're new, this is my Wasteless Life where I take you along my plant and sustainable lifestyle journey and share with you some of my tips and tricks along the way. If you're watching this on the day it was uploaded, today is Earth Day, so happy Earth Day, and it's also my 2nd year anniversary here on YouTube. And this is about the 3rd spring plant collection video that I've made since I started my YouTube channel. And I wanted to thank everyone who have supported me along the way and have watched my videos over the past 2 years, and also for all the new subscribers and viewers that have joined me in my journey, and I'm really appreciative and thankful for you all. So please be sure to watch it till the end because I have a surprise for you all. In this video, I'm very excited to share with you my plant collection tour for the spring and summer of 2021, and also give you a little bit of an updated bedroom tour. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I've been decluttering my plants ever since my fall plant collection video, when I found out that I have amassed over 100 plants. So with that, with the increasing amount of plants that I've collected, my small bedroom has also become very cluttered. So I've also started the process of decluttering the space, so in order to improve both my mental and physical space, as my bedroom is my sanctuary. This is where I spend most of my time, whether to do work or just to have some time for myself. So the process of me decluttering my plants and reorganizing my bedroom is gradual and ongoing, and I didn't exactly film the process because I usually do it on the whim, so I'm just showing you the final result or the progress so far. But here's some footage from my fall plant collection video as of before. If you want to watch the whole thing, I'll link it up here and also down in the description. And right now, let me give you an updated bedroom tour and show you the plants I currently have in my plant collection. So probably the most dramatic change in my bedroom is this corner. This is a west-facing window. I used to have the side table here as well as the wicker plant shelf, but I moved the side table inside my closet, and I've moved the plant shelf on the other side of the room, which I'm going to show you later. So what I love about this is it provides me a seating area in my small room, which I wanted for so long. And I have some of my favorite plants over here. I have the Thai Constellation Monstera, and I have my Anthurium clarinervium, and also my Syngonium albo. And over here is my Ficus elastica ruby, and up there is my Hoya Crimson Queen. And if you watched my previous video, you know that this one is a lot bigger on a trellis. I did prune it down so that it would fit into this hanging basket, and just kept most of the parts that have variegation in it. And I have this Spider Bonnie, which is hanging in this ceramic hanging pot, and it has already produced a couple babies, not as much as the other spider plant that I have that is not curly. And I have been avoiding putting plants on my windowsill, even though they get maximum amount of light from there. So with this one, I just couldn't help it. I did put it in that corner, if you've seen earlier, but just to get a close-up look on it, this is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. I accidentally sprayed this with disinfecting spray when I was cleaning my IKEA cabinet. And so as you can see with the leaves, I don't know if you can see it quite, it has some discoloration that kind of looks like it has variegation, but it really isn't. It's from the disinfecting spray. I did wash it down immediately when I sprayed it accidentally, but as you can see, the discoloration is still there, but hopefully the plant is going to be okay. And to provide humidity for my plants, I have the latest model of the Alec Homes Cool and Warmest Humidifier, and this was gifted to me by them last Christmas, and I've been using it for my plants since, and I really love it so much that I even bought one for my brother as a birthday gift back in February. And it gives humidity for the plants that I have in here. And these two are actually not in LECA. I just added LECA on top as a decorative, but both of them are planted in the premium arid mix that I got from Victoria, Atlanta. It was not gifted, I purchased it myself. It's been working really well so far with these plants. As you can see, this one pushed out new growth. This one is about to push out another growth, and there wasn't really much of a shock transplant when I repotted them, especially with with either one because this one was from Leica back to soil and this one was from sphagnum moss into soil, and they're doing really well. And underneath here I have my Stromathy Trio Star, which is doing well. It does get some light from that west facing window even though it's under the table. So that is the side of the bedroom right next to the west facing window. I do like sitting here in the morning, drink my tea, drink my coffee. It is blocking my closet, so I do have to move the chair each time I want to open it. Right now it's not that much of an inconvenience, but I'm thinking of also moving this entire thing over here where the plant shelf is, which we're going to take a look at next. This plant shelf I got from Goodwill for $12. It's a wicker plant shelf, which I thought was a really good score, especially when wicker furniture was all the rage. And I mean, I think they're still trendy, but it might be going out now. And as you can see, it's not centered to the wall because I used to have the Ruby Ficus Elastica here and then the Ficus Audrey. So I'm still thinking of putting a plant here, and like I said, I might shift this entire thing over here and move this where the bird of paradise is. But right now I think I'm kind of liking the setup. So over on the top over here is the philodendron Mikan and the philodendron lime. And with this plant shelf, if you remember from previous videos, this is very much packed with plants, and with this one I decided not to do that. And as you can see, I have some books together with the plants. So last year I hardly read any books, but this year I'm quite on a roll. If you're looking for some book racks for this spring and for your summer reads, I would link my Goodreads down in the description, and you can check out some of the books that I've been reading. And if you have any book recommendations, please let me know down in the comments as well. But going back to this bookshelf, as you can see, I have my Synapsis Exotica here. A couple of the books, I turned them around just so that they would look neutral and more uniform, since the book covers and the dust jackets all have different colors and designs on it, but these are all pretty much fantasy books. Over here is an air plant and this sloth planter, and on the next shelf is my Cebu Blue Pothos and this planter that I really love. I got this one from Safeway. And some more books over here. This is Submarine Oaks, How to Make a Plant Love You. So if you want a plant related book, I highly recommend this one. And down here is my Neon Pothos. Along this Haworthia, I'm not a succulent or cacti person, but this is probably the only one that I'm keeping because this is the first plant that I bought even before I started my plant journey. And down here, some more books. This is the Hunger Games series, and this one, The Astrology of You and Me. Honestly, I only got it at a book swap because it looks pretty and use it for decor. And a Pilea Pepper Modis. I think this is the only one that I'm keeping. The rest of the plant, including the mother plant, I'm probably either gonna sell or just give away. And it's in this turtle planter. It doesn't have a drainage hole, so it's going to be tricky watering this, but I think we'll be fine. And the bottom shelf is just a basket of my electronics and filming stuff. And over here is my birds of paradise. This plant is probably the one farthest away from the window, but during the afternoon it does get a lot of direct sunlight from the west facing window, and it's sitting on this plant stand. So this is the door to my bedroom, and I'm greeted by the birds of paradise, and this is my vanity slash work table. So this area is probably the biggest change in my bedroom, or probably the change that I wanted the most in my bedroom, is to clear out this table, because if you remember from previous videos, especially over the winter, this one is filled with plants, and I hated that because I couldn't use the table for work and to also get ready in the morning. And as you can see over here, because I water plants on this table, and this is made of wood, well, IKEA wood, is also starting to bubble. So that's why I wanted to keep plants off this table from now on. So all I have is this large mirror over here and this lampshade, as well my perfume, my vitamins, and one of my favorite mugs. This one is from Alfred Tea, in LA. It says tea, yes, you may be. And this is where I got the idea of plants, yes, you may be. And I just have some of my regular makeup here, my lipsticks, my eyebrow stuff, and all of that. And in this drawer, I have my skincare, makeup, and hair care stuff. And one of the things that I love about this vanity slash work table is the shelving it has on the side. And I have my golden pothos here. This one is in Leica and I put it in this planter. And this one is my reverted mandula pothos. And as you can see, instead of a chair, I have my medicine balls and my dumbbells here. And the chair that goes here is the one that you see on the other corner, but I use the medicine ball as the chair instead of the chair that I have that in the corner. And I can fit all of my workout stuff in my closet as well, but by having it out, it's just a constant reminder for me to go work out or do some exercises. It has been working so far. At least half the time I've been doing a little bit more workouts or exercises compared to what I was doing at the beginning of the year, which was none. And so hopefully I'll keep it up. And on top over here, I do have my air plant as well as my Hoya Crimson Princess. And over here where I used to have the Exotica and the Neon Pothos, I do have my Mandula Pothos. So the Mandula is one of the plants that I said that I would get rid of but decided to keep. So what I did instead is to just downsize the duplicate. I took out some cuttings and some plants out of it to fit the 6-inch pot, and I gave those away and just kept this one. And over here on top of my IKEA shelf is my Synapsis Pictus Exotica. I also decided to keep this one at least for now, but if I got a couple more of the Synapsis Pictus on my wish list, I'll likely get rid of that one. Over there is my Ficus Audrey, and this is a Synapsis Pictus Argyrius, also a duplicate that I thought that I was gonna get rid of, but I'm keeping for now. And this Hoya Carrii single leaf, I am giving that away. And this Abu Blue Pothos is also a duplicate, also keeping it for now. Over here hanging in this hanging basket is my Snow Queen Pothos, and I decided to keep this one, so I am getting rid of my Marble Queen Pothos. And over here is my Glacier Pothos that is still in Leica, but I turned it into a hanging plant, and it's a little bit heavy, so I'm kind of scared that this will drop anytime, but so far it's been holding itself together. And the other plant that's above my bed is the Synapsis Pictus Argyrius. So this is kind of like my main Synapsis Pictus Argyrius that I am keeping. So not counting the plants that I have in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet, I still do have around 30 plants inside this bedroom, so which is still quite a lot considering I do have like the same amount, if not a little bit more, number of plants in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet. But it's, like I said, it's a work in progress. I'm probably going to cut down. As you might have seen, there's still some duplicates within the ones that I have out that is not in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet. So we're going to work on that, and hopefully I would be able to get rid of any of the duplicates by the time I do my fall plant collection. But right now, let's go check out my IKEA greenhouse cabinet. On the top shelf, I do have my rescue orchid that has bloomed. It has given me 3 blooms so far. The other one has died out, and I think it's trying to push out a new one. And over here is my philodendron brandtianum. I did get this as a cutting from Facebook Marketplace for $18, but now this one is pretty easy to find. And over here is the regular string of hearts, and over here I have the variegated one, and I have the Hoya Hindu rope, which I also got as a cutting initially. And now it's this big. It is a very slow grower, but if you don't like large plants and you want something that's, well, compact as its name goes, then I really recommend the Hoya Hindu rope. I've been trying to get a variegated one, so if I actually acquire a variegated one, I might let go of this one too, but it will be really hard because, like I said, this one started out as a really small cutting and it's this now. And all the way back here, and if you've been following the journey of my Monstera Sultipicana, you'd know that I used to have a very much larger plant of the Monstera Sultipicana, but it is just this now because, well, one, I didn't really need a lot of Monstera Sultipicana, and I sold many parts and many propagations of this one, and this is the one I have left, but It is very full and luscious, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to make cuttings from this again sometime soon because this one is a very fast grower as long as you give it the right conditions. And back here I have my Monstera Adansonii in Leica. So I recently repotted this, but also just back in the Leica just to make sure this part is touching this Leica so that it would grow roots into the Leica, and it has been doing that, and it has been growing a little bit more leaves. Usually I only can get 4 leaves out of this one. This one started to yellow because I keep forgetting to refill this with water, but I have replenished it, and hopefully this doesn't continue to yellow. And this one is my Ficus benjamina snow white variegata. A little bit of a slow grower. It did suffer from scales, but it did bounce back, and it's growing a lot of new leaves. Over here on the second shelf I have about 6 or 7 plants. Back there is the Monstera Adansonii narrow form. As you can see, it has grown all the way up there, and it's actually starting to peek out behind the Monstera Adansonii wide form. And I have the Tradescantia Nanook, and as you can see, this one is flowering. And I have the Syngonium Pink Splash, or just Syngonium Pink, and normally I only get completely pink leaves from this, but it's starting to show leaves that has pink and green in it, so maybe it is a pink splash, maybe it's not. And here is my Scindapsus silvery Ann. It used to be hanging above my bed. I brought it in here because it's a little bit of slow grower, and it looks very uneven right across from the Scindapsus argyrius. And I kind of have a fungus gnat trap here because fungus gnat season is coming, and just because it is in an IKEA greenhouse cabinet doesn't mean pests don't come in. This is the latest plant that I acquired. I actually bought this yesterday, and this is the Philodendron Cream Splash, I believe. This was sold as a Philodendron Brazil, but as you can see from the leaf and the variegation, it's very creamy, almost white, so it doesn't look like a Philodendron Brazil to me, so I bought it from Green Street Gardens. But as you can see with the new growth, it still looks like very much a Philodendron Brazil with the limey color. I think once it matures, it fades more into this more cream-like color, which makes me suspect it is a cream splash. It's not from Gabrielle plants, that's why I kind of hesitate if it's actually a cream splash, but it really looks like it, and that's why I bought it for $14. But if it is a Philodendron Brazil, it is a very expensive Philodendron Brazil. And here is my Scindapsus tribii Moonlight. And this one I actually imported and also bought some from A Street Farms before Costa Farms started selling it. But even though it's already part of Costa Farms Life Trends collection, it hasn't come in my area yet. So the only way that I would get this from Costa Farms is if I actually buy it off their website, which costs $50, which is pretty much the same price that I paid for this one. And I'm pretty happy with this. When I heard about it, I thought I want to get one to have a much larger plant, but because of space and trying to declutter stuff, I am very happy with this size, and it has been pushing out a lot of growth. All of these are new, like the back ones over here are the original leaves, but all of this are new growth. And all the way back here is a Monstera Stadleiana variegata, also a recent addition that I got from a plant swap at H Street Farms. And over here, this is the one that's really packed because I have the wire grid over there. And previously I took out this shelving, but because I wanted to make the bottom part a propagation station, I put back the shelving and took out the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, so I was able to put this shelf back. So let's start all the way at the back there. That is the Discidia variegata that I got from a subscriber, and it's a slow grower, but I kind of like it that it's not a very fast grower. And this is my Scindapsus Silver Splash, and it has grown 2 new leaves, actually 5, but I accidentally cut the other one, and I just also made a cutting of it that I'm propagating below, which I'm going to show you later. And this is my Shangri-La Pothos. It has grown 3 new leaves, and look at it. It is very crinkly like a spinach. And over here is my Tradescantia fluminescence tricolor or a Calisa repens. Not really sure. A very slow grower compared to the Tradescantia Nanook, but I like it. And over here is my original Tradescantia Nanook that I got off plant swap last year, and this one is a lot more variegated than my larger one. As you can see, this one has a lot more of that pink variegation, and I really like it. Over here is my Tradescantia Fluminensis Bianca. I traded my Fluminensis Bianca at the last plant swap, so pretty much the entire plant, but I did take off some of the cuttings from the parts that has variegation in it, and I planted it here. And the good thing about Tradescantia, they propagate and root so easily. Basically, you make a cutting, stick them in soil, and they would grow. And also one of my latest plants and one of my wish list plants for a long time, a variegated string of pearls. And over there is a Hoya curtisii, a slow grower, but it's been growing. And over there is a Peperomia Hope cutting. And this is my reverted Manchula port that people tell me it could be just a global green. So I'm still distinguishing the two as two different varieties or forms. But if it's a global green, I don't really care. But in my POTHOS guidebook, I still classify this as its own form or variety of Epipremnum pothos. And over here is my Hoya kerrii reverse variegata. This is the latest growth from it. It looks a little bit funky, but a little bit more variegated than the two leaves that it came with. And here is my Hoya kerrii, my OG one, just a regular non-variegated, and it has a new growth coming in. And if you're wondering what about your Hoya kerrii alba marginata, well, that one is dead. I killed it. I overwatered it. And here's my Synapsis jade satin, and this is one of my newest plants. I believe this is the alien egg succulent. And down here below is my prop station. I did put the heat mat over here because I don't want it on my vanity anymore. And over here are all propagations except for the string of turtles, which is growing wild because it loves being under that grow light. And as you can see, all the new growth are all pointing up towards the grow light. And here is a seed that I've been trying to propagate, and I don't want to say what it is yet until it actually germinates. And here is a couple of cuttings that I did get from the plant swap. This is the, I guess, a Rio, a cream splash, a stripe. I'm not sure. The person that I traded with also is not sure, but either way, it has been doing well so far. The roots are starting to come out, which is awesome. And this one is the Epipremnum pinnatum variegata, also cutting. The leaves is about to die, which I expected, but the new growth is also quickly coming in. I just hope it is a little bit further on before this one completely dies. Right here is a cutting from the Synapsis Silver Splash. This is the POTHOS Emerald. It is not rooted though, that's why it's over here. And over here I have two cuttings that I'm trying to propagate in water. I don't think these Rhaphidophora tetrasperma would survive because I've been trying to rehab that since December. It hasn't really grown any roots. Well, it has grown some roots, but that's pretty much it. And this one is from my Syngonium albo. I did cut it because I was trying to fit my Syngonium albo in the new pot that I wanted in, and I'm not really sure if this would amount to anything because the node is starting to become yellow. But as you can see, two new grow points are popping out. So that's my spring and summer 2021 plant collection and updated bedroom tour. As mentioned earlier in this video, it is my 2nd year anniversary here on YouTube. And as a thank you to my viewers and subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway. This giveaway will be open internationally. I'm giving away 5 copies of the Ultimate Guide to Pothos ebook to my subscribers. And additionally, for my US subscribers only, I'll be giving away cuttings from my plant collection as much as I could fit in a small or medium flat rate box. For the plant box giveaway for my US subscribers, here is what you're gonna get: a Hoya Carey single leaf, string of turtles, Hoya Crimson Queen, some Enjoy Glacier cuttings, a Tradescantian and Nuke, a pink Aglonema if it survives, a Syndapsis Silver Splash. Hopefully by the time I announce the winner, the leaf has already come out. And this is from my Philodendron Cream Splash. Although this is not as variegated, you can see from the incoming growth that the stem is very white, so you know it's going to be very variegated. So this is what you're going to get at the very least, and the giveaway for these plant cuttings is for my US subscribers. And if you happen to be picked the winner and you see something in my plant collection that you'd like a cutting of, I'll see if I'll be able to do that and include it in your plant box. And to enter this giveaway is very simple. First, be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Second, like this video. Third, follow me on Instagram. Fourth, leave a comment down below. Let me know where you're watching this video from so I know if you're a US subscriber or an international subscriber. And also write down below any questions that you might have, whether it's plant related or sustainable lifestyle related, or any questions that you have for me. I would be sure to answer them in an upcoming Q&A video, or maybe your questions would give me ideas for what type of videos that you would like to see from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope you subscribe. I come up with houseplants and sustainable lifestyle videos every week. And if you haven't yet, go check out these videos up here until my next one. But until then, I see you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself and each other, and have a plentiful day. Bye.